Three, we're live, different colors. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody is alive and still with us. I know it's the summertime and the weekend is, a little bit live town hall this week, folks. Past few weeks since the primaries, I think I've been in a little bit of a mellow mood, and I think it's time to get back, in the words of the Beatles, get back to where we once belong. So we're going to touch on a lot of things before I answer any questions. Hello to everybody watching. Please, folks, if you can, there's a little button in the corner there, the share button. Share this to all your friends and family members now, to everybody out there on the Facebook, because this is going to be a very, very interesting episode this week. First and foremost, I'd like to say happy graduation to everybody that graduated this week in any and all schools. We have a special guest pulling in right about now, so let me pull up a chair for my brother here.
Hello.
I think you guys know this man. If you don't, this is Tony Gallo. Tony Gallo for council. Regina Merritt for council. Team Carteret.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while. But he's back. He's here.
I'm here.
I told you we'd get him back. We got him back. He's here. Let me move this
I never
over.
went anywhere.
Never went anywhere. But I'll tell you where we are going come November 6th. We're going in Borough Hall.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. So, folks, get ready. Get your asses out there and vote November 6th, because we're coming for them. Is that fair to say? Sorry for the foul language. But
No, definitely. I mean, we were told this weekend. What were we told? You want to? I don't know if you had that on your agenda.
I have it on the agenda. You want to go there first? We can go there first.
Sure.
Okay. Well, we're gonna touch on our. Oh, maybe let me fix this so we get Tony in here.
Yeah.
Let me move this back.
I'll
Actually,
lean in a little bit.
let me adjust here a little bit here,
by
folks.
myself.
Let me know when you see it good here. The show's on you, Tom. Let me see.
How's everybody in Carteret tonight? Oh, there we go.
That's hopefully
There
not a
you go,
metaphor.
there you go, that's good.
Perfect there. All righty. All righty, Whitey. We're
Who's out
back.
there? Jackie.
Hello, Jackie. Hello, Sam. Hello, everybody. Hello, Aunt Lynn.
Yeah.
Everybody, like I said, please share this, because this is going to be a very, very good episode. Yes, Tony touched on a very good thing. We got a little list here of things we're going to touch over, but let's get into that now, since Mr. Gallo brought that up. This past weekend, they had a very beautiful event down there at WR Park. The Carteret soccer and volleyball tournament down there. It was a very beautiful event put together by the Sikh community.
Yeah.
We have nothing but love and respect for the Sikh community. I think these events that these folks do are beautiful and amazing. And
We're outside, looking outside there.
what's going on there? Yeah, I got to flip that. Hold on. I hit the wrong button on the YouTube there. All right, now we're back. So these events that they put together, the Sikh community, the Casa Day event, the parade, and the soccer and volleyball tournament this week was a beautiful, beautiful event that I think really describes the word community.
Yeah.
The way that they put
family, yeah.
family, community, it ties it all in together. The way that they do these events, that they treated myself and Tony as we were part of the family.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful 2-day event. A lot of folks out there, a lot of kids doing positive things for the community. The food was unbelievable. Those fried vegetables, I swear to God, I ate almost 5 plates of those.
Those were good.
Unbelievable.
Those were good.
We had Carteret Premium ice cream down there,
Yeah.
passing out some pistachio. The mango was going like hotcakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the Malai.
Malai. Ooh, that pistachio, my God, was unbelievable. But we were down there, me and Tony, and we were meeting the community, meeting the folks, hearing them out, spreading the word. And with every good, there's bad. This is the way to put it. I think we should touch on this immediately first. Folks, share this, because this is going to be a very interesting episode tonight. 2 of the councilmen, like I said, we were down there, we were talking to people, passing out some cards and stuff, having a good time.
We had our great shirts on.
We had our shirts on, representing Team Carteret, and like I said, it was a very positive thing until 2 councilmen showed up.
Yeah.
One I like to call Triple D. And then another one, Mr. Raystar. They showed up and they made a big fuss and was crying about that we had on our shirts for Team Carteret.
Yeah.
And that we were talking to the residents and the residents that would like to speak to us about their concerns and questions about the community.
And we got a lot of good questions.
We got a lot of good questions, a lot of good concerns, feedbacks. We're going to touch on that in a little bit after we get over this more, but we want to break this down right now first and foremost. These 2 councilmen showed up Dennis Damasio and AJ Joe Hall. Let's just call them out.
Yeah.
They showed up there and they started crying that we had our shirts on and that we were talking to the residents. And
Well, first I was told that it's not a political event. And I said, everywhere we go is political because we're meeting the people.
right.
And I was told at that point by Damasio that, yes, we'll see in November when you guys get crushed because you shouldn't be doing these things at these events. That makes no sense to me.
No.
Everything's an event because that's why they show up. They show up there so that they can talk to the people and keep their face in the crowd. So what, we can't?
Exactly.
And then go ahead. What happened with that last part? Sorry, I jumped in.
No problem. So, yeah, we were approached by some people that were organizing this event to please not spread our word, please not pass our cards, please take our shirts off, which in all fairness and honesty, the team Carteret to the First Amendment, we refused to take off our shirts because that's our First Amendment right. There was nothing profane and nothing bad in our shirts at all. This is the shirt actually we were wearing right here. In case you haven't seen it, Team Carteret, Gattuso for mayor, Merritt and Gallo for council. Me and Tony both had our red shirts on yesterday, and we were wearing them proudly. And
continued to, even after we were asked not to wear them.
And continued to.
Actually, what we were told was it wasn't appreciated that we were walking around with our red shirts.
Yeah, that's
same thing as saying you should take it off.
right.
Yeah.
It wasn't appreciated, yet many of the residents from Carteret that were attending this event came up to us and were very proud and happy that myself and Gallo were running for mayor and council for this 2018 election against the current administration. They were happy that there was an opposition and somebody standing up to them.
Yeah.
So we refused to, and we felt they were trying to violate our First Amendment rights. Nobody had a problem with that until the two councilmen showed up.
That's true.
So why'd you just do that, guys?
I don't know. I told them they should go. They have enough money. They can go and buy beautiful shirts, better than ours.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the nice polo shirts.
Mm-hmm.
They could really promote themselves.
Right.
I mean, well, then again, they probably blew a lot of their budget on all those signs on Carteret Ave. I don't know.
They probably did. They probably did those
Yeah.
blanks. But yeah, so it wasn't an issue until they showed up and started crying and fussing. But meanwhile, they were sitting down politicking with anyone they could get a chance to. And of course, they always got to come in with their little entourage, their little cronies, the way they do. And they say it's not a political event, but they even turn graduation into a political event.
Well,
let's get into that.
Everything's political.
Everything's political. You can't
Especially
even.
when it's got Ryman's name on it, or and then I'll tell you the truth. Even at this soccer event, unfortunately, they mentioned them about 7 or 8 times. I told you in the course of an hour.
Yep.
It was like an infomercial for Team Ryman.
Yep. But not a political event, but you even turn graduation in there praising, look at our field. You had 16 years to do a field. Shouldn't be so impressed with that field, folks. We're one of the last towns in the entire state to get an artificial turf field, to be honest with you. And it just shows you where their priorities are, that the field is more important than their actual school system, which is horrible as well, which is also one of the last in the state as well. So, I'm glad little Timmy and Johnny can throw the football and little Stacy can run around the track. Meanwhile, your grades are horrible because our school system's at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
So
Definitely got to pick that up.
Yeah. We're going to get to your questions, everything, folks, after we break down what we got to get down first. So this way we have a little thing to go back to. But we wanted to touch on that and say, Shane.
And by the way, we're all about sports.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, what I think what they did yesterday and Saturday at the soccer event and the volleyball event was beautiful. To have other towns and stuff come out with it as well, people from out of state. Everybody that we met was wonderful, beautiful people.
Oh, yeah.
Peaceful, great time. Like I said, it was the definition, in my opinion, of what community should be.
Yeah. And culture.
And culture, yes. Yeah. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing, and we would encourage and like to see more of that. Next year when we win this year, the next year's event, we hope to make it bigger and better than it was this year.
Yeah.
And when I was down there, it actually reminded me a lot of the event that I went to 2 weeks ago down in Crone Park, about how it was the same thing. It was community. It was people coming together, having an event, having food, having a good time, grilling, having things for the kids. And it was like, to me, it reminded me a lot of that. And I'm sure we would all like to encourage and see more of that in the future in our town, and see more of the diversities come together as one.
Even the volleyball was pretty cool in the back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know they did that.
Oh,
it was actually pretty cool.
I was down there yesterday watching some of those games, and it was amazing. Made me want to jump in the sand and go at it. If I didn't have a bad back, I swear to God, I would have. I would have been spiking on everybody. But we wanted to touch on that and say, shame on those two councilmen. For those that think that they're gonna, what was the exact word that they said?
Crush us.
Crush us.
Yeah.
They're gonna crush us
in November because we were politicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a sports event. Oh well.
I would like to remind the Democrats of another candidate a few years back that thought they had it in the bag and had her celebration party already planned.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just wondering, will Damasio, Joe Hall, and Ryman go on their 2-year cry fest of why they lost and write a book after it?
Well, on top of that, our numbers went up by 100% this year.
Oh, yeah.
As far as what I saw, and actually their numbers dropped
Drastically.
20% at least.
Yeah. So
And that's just in a primary, low turnout.
if you're talking about getting crushed,
They might have got all their votes already.
and you spent a boatload of money on that
Yeah.
primary too, and your numbers went down. I think you should start listening to the residents. And we had, what, 30% of the actual Republican
We spent
vote?
that much money, and I still got my $100 in the bank.
We bought some signs and some shirts.
We're making investments in you, the people.
Right.
That's what we think we need to do.
Like I said, that's the $1 million team versus the middle class team. So people always have this premonition that the Republicans were so full of money and oh my God, and because Trump is a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's the total opposite when it comes to local politics, folks.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going against a wealth system,
Yeah.
you need to look towards the Borough Hall on Carteret Ave because that's your $1 million politicians. This is your middle class politicians. This is the working man's politicians right here.
I actually posted that on my Facebook page. Do
Right.
you mind if I say what that is?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Go ahead.
Tony Gallo for Carteret Council NJ 2018. Check it out. I put on there, and I think I put it on the Carteret NJ GOP Facebook page too. It was 10 points about being a Republican. You really got to check that out. It's really good stuff. Nothing crazy. We're not Nazis.
No.
That's for sure.
Russia's not backing our campaign at all.
No, or Iran.
Or Iran. We don't have beef with North Korea. We do care.
Yeah.
Unlike some people's jackets. So yeah, we wanted to touch on that and get that out of the way. Right, it was on our list. We want to get out of the way immediately about what happened there. But the event was beautiful, and
Yeah. Great time.
we'd like to thank the people for having us and for coming out and talk to us. We're going to talk about some of the concerns. Actually, you know what? Let's 86 the script for a second and get into it. Folks, please share this. Hey, Brian, because there was a few things. Like I said, I talked to many of these residents yesterday, and big concerns from the Sikh community, which I was totally unaware of. And after you left yesterday, I talked to quite a few of them, and
Right.
a big concern that they had in the community that they've come to me with is a problem with the youth being on cocaine,
Yeah.
which
I
was-
did hear that one. Yeah.
which was completely shocking to me. And
A lot of drugs in our
a
town.
lot of drugs in our town, and these folks even broke it. Hello, Lovey, I see you there. And it was broke down to me of how these drugs are actually coming into our town, which I've heard in the past, but about 8 different families came to me yesterday and literally told me in detail of how they're coming in. They're this little alleged, let me say for legal reasons, mob-like mentality of certain people in this town, certain establishments. They're bringing in these drugs through the cab companies late at night through 24-hour local businesses in our town, and that's how the drugs are coming in. Like I said, I can't confirm this. This was told to me from 8 different sources, but I actually heard this for quite a few years now going on, and that's a big problem for any community, for our entire community, regardless of what race or background the folks are. And shame on you people if this is true for bringing this in and poisoning our youth and our society. And we want to stop to that. And we would like to see an investigation put into that as well. I'm sure they won't investigate their own, but I would like to see something done about that because it is a big concern from the Sikh community from what they reached out to me yesterday. And another big concern that we had yesterday too, amongst the parents there, is the safety of our kids in schools.
Yeah.
Which I completely agree with. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
You, as somebody who has kids in school
Yeah.
systems, this is a concern and an issue that must be. Please, folks, share this because we're gonna go in deep tonight.
And we
Trust me.
definitely got to get into the security in the schools. And after this video, I'm sure that the current administration will definitely upgrade security.
Right.
So that's a good thing. That's a good
Right.
thing. That's why we're upsetting the apple cart, right?
Right.
But yeah, no, they did talk a lot about it yesterday. We
yeah.
were talking about it, especially that one guy.
One fellow,
very
very
about
concerned.
school security.
And yes, we want this whole school shooting thing. This isn't something that just popped up this year. This has been going on. I mean, Columbine was really the biggest back, 99? So this has been going on for almost 20 years now, folks. So there's no excuse why there isn't metal detectors already in our schools. We should have had these a long time ago, even before Ryman was mayor. But in the 16 years, we still haven't got them. We need more patrols in our school. We need metal detectors at every door.
Wait, our kids aren't as important as our politicians?
Oh, of course not. Why would it? I'm sure they probably would put a metal detector at Borough Hall before they put one in a school, though, of course. Because, Dan walks around with that entourage thinking he's the first president.
Do we even have a wand in the school? Like, do they wand the kids before they come in?
I've never seen one.
I've never seen
I got a wand in my house from my security days.
I think we heard the other day that somebody just walked right in during school hours, right?
That's what one of the concerns was. The guy went there, didn't have to show ID, nothing, just walked right in. Nobody checked him anything, and the man said, if I could walk in this quick and easy to see my kid or the principal actually was going to see, who could walk in there with anything, with a gun, with a machete, with a bomb, who knows?
At the high school, as soon as you walk in that main lobby, you're right near the lunchroom.
You're right.
Pop in there around lunchtime, you got a whole bunch of kids in there.
Sitting ducks.
Very big safety concerns.
Sitting ducks. So we would like to say, there's $6.5 billion in a surplus. Why are we not allocating some of this money to get protection for our kids? Maybe after this video, like Tony said, they will start doing that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It'll be double guard tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and they'll take all the credit for it, and that's perfectly fine as long as the kids are safe. But we want to make that perfectly known that Team Carteret is fighting for the kids, fighting for the safety of these kids. And these kids, besides going to school, they should be getting a better education. They should be going to school and being safe, and the parents should have that security inside, knowing that they feel safe. We pay enough in our damn taxes in this town that there's no excuse that we don't have safety for our kids. And for 16 years, what have you done? Because you can't say this just started now with Trump. It didn't just start with Obama. This has been going on for a long time. Almost 20 years now, Columbine's coming up.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse on that, regardless of what party line you go for.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. I think that's one thing we can all agree on is the safety of our kids. And we need metal detectors and we need security going around those schools. And it's disgusting that in 16 years it hasn't. But we got a new football field. Okay?
That's the truth.
Remember that. That's where their priorities are. And if he could have named it Ryman Stadium, he would have.
And we're going to get a ferry.
And we're going to ferry, folks.
$6 million was donated for that part.
Yep. Speaking of the ferry, let's get into that. There was something that I posted that a few residents brought to my attention this week. There was a post that I shared about a ferry service in Glen Clove, the Glen Clove ferry.
I think I caught part of that. You mentioned that.
Yeah, that a lot of these grants that we're getting, folks, like I said, share this because we didn't even scratch the surface on our issues tonight. We're going in deep. The ferry service out of Glen Clove, a lot of these grants that we're getting that they like to brag about, we got $2 million for this and we got $6 million for this. A lot of folks don't know a big portion of those grants are actually loans that the town has to pay back with an interest rate. And sometimes these grants that we're getting, we're paying back even more than what we're getting.
Wow.
They don't tell you that part. There's always that little asterisk. But if you actually read most of these articles, they'll say, we got a $3 million grant. But then when you read it's a $2.5 million grant.
That's eye-opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happened with this ferry service in Glen Clove is they got their grants and everything, and things didn't fall through, just like this ferry. They've been talking about it for over a decade now. Now, what if this service comes in here and it falls through, and we have to pay those grants back?
Yeah.
You just raised our taxes.
Well, what if it falls through and then you wasted $6 million?
Right.
On a ferry.
I'm saying, and then
I'm sure it's going to cost more than $6 million.
And then the taxpayers, we have to pay this back.
The surface.
We have to pay this back.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that part. They make you think, money's just falling from the sky. Where? Let me get my bucket, because that's not how it works, folks. That's not how it works.
I had a money tree in my backyard that doesn't work that right now.
Same here. So, if you haven't read that article yet about the Glen Clove ferry, please read it, because a lot of folks, a lot of residents in this town have brought it up to me that this is a very possible situation that could happen in Carteret, and we could wind up paying more than what they even gave us in the beginning. And that's coming out of our pocket. That wasn't free. That wasn't free, folks. Don't think that. Nothing comes for free. Whenever I say free, you question everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Please share this, folks. We're only at 20 minutes, right? We didn't even touched on 2 topics.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say before we get to the next, Jamie?
I mean, I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
I'm just here for the ride.
I want to say I'm glad that my sidekick's back. We're like Batman and Robin. We're back to fight the crime. You know what I mean? The Cape Crusaders.
I've been a little busy with work lately. I'm sorry. I do have work. I got another business venture I'm doing, unfortunately.
All right.
But no, definitely going to try to squeeze some more time out to spend more time with you.
Yeah.
Get this done.
Let's get it out there. Get to the people. Carteret Premium Ice Cream, in case you haven't gotten
Oh, don't
to.
plug that.
I'm
Don't even plug that. I don't care about that.
I'm plugging it. Carteret Premium
thank
Ice
you.
Cream.
Thank
All
you.
right? They're damn good services. If you're going to buy any ice cream in this town, Carteret
Thank
Premium Ice Cream. Listen for the little sign. Do, 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 do. Hello. Do, do, do,
The
do.
annoying
You'll see
music.
him. Love it. All right. Another thing we wanted to talk on. Okay, so we got graduation away. The Little League. There was a situation with the Little League this week. A bunch of parents reached out to me. I just want to touch on this real quick because I typed up something yesterday and we put it out there. Some parents weren't happy with the situation. Some people on the other side weren't happy with the situation. So all I want to say about that is I would really hope and pray. I think I said it as best as I could with the thing that I put up there. Both sides, I think, should sit down and have a mutual, respectful conversation on what's best for the kids and let the kids finish their last game. That's all I want to say about that. I put it out there. That's my piece. I'm not pulling sides. I'm not pulling favoritism. Do what's right for the kids, man. Let them play their last game. Come to a compromise. Take your personal issues out of it. Let the kids finish their last game. That's what I want to say. Door knocking in West Carteret. This week we went out there door knocking in West Carteret, and we got some amazing responses from the people out there in door Carteret. People want change. That's the message we've been getting. It's been very positive so far in West Carteret. West Carteret feels a lot like the same sentiment we've been getting from Chrome, that they feel forgotten about for too
They
long.
weren't forgotten about when it was time to put the signs out.
Oh no, that they weren't. No, of course not. That's when they come around.
Yeah, I told you. I remember I called you. I
Yep.
said I just drove through West Carteret.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not looking good for us.
And
I think that the response we got back was they're just forced to do it again.
we got pretty good numbers though in West Carteret,
Yeah.
and we didn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
we didn't even campaign out there yet.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So
Got
before
it.
the primary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So a few big issues. We talked to a lot of the residents out there. A big issue that's been going on for decades, just like Bergen Street down there, is the flooding. The flooding out there is horrendous. It's horrendous, and a few people, they can't even get home insurance anymore for flooding because like 6 times in 2 years it's been flooding, and it was told it was because of the sewer systems there. And we actually have that on our platform that we want to improve the sewer systems because that's a big part of all this flooding. So when folks can't even get home insurance and they got to spend another $6,000 on top of their regular insurance, on top of their taxes, they're considering moving out of here because they beg and plead to Borough Hall and get no response. They get nothing. They get more and more flooding. They're getting infestation. They're getting rodents. They're getting all these kind of bugs, and it's messing up. Their kids can't even go play in the backyard. What the hell are you spending all this money for on taxes if your kids can't even go play in the backyard? There was this one woman and her boyfriend, her husband that we met, that she has an overgrowth coming in from her backyard, which is on actually town land, right behind the gas stations over there and stuff, that's coming into her backyard. She called and complained many times about please having them come cut it down, because she didn't want to go cut it down because it's not her property, but it's coming into her property. And her kids are out there playing and stuff, getting cut by the thorns and the bushes, everything coming out there. So she went out there one day to actually go cut it, and she cut her eye right here, right over here. She got a big scratch and was getting very sick from it. And when she went to the doctors, they actually told her she had a rodent disease, like a disease that comes up in mice and rats and stuff, because from all the flooding and all this, the rodents are making their nest right there. They're burrowing and they're defecating and everything. They're going to the bathroom right there, and it's growing in with these thorns and bushes that are coming in there. And now the woman has a disease that's incurable because of the overgrowth that's been coming over from the land from the borough into her backyard. And like I said, she's been begging and pleading for help for years, and no response, nothing from Borough Hall. Shame on her, and ma'am, we're fighting for you and your kids, and we hope you get resolution on that.
Yeah, somebody asked over there, if you don't mind me jumping
Yeah,
in, they said they've never heard of it. Just so you know, you can find the Carteret Premium Ice Cream on Facebook. It's an ice cream truck, just so you know.
Yes.
In Carteret, for Carteret. It's Carteret Premium Ice Cream LLC on Facebook. You can find it there. Sorry.
Shameless plug.
I didn't even want to mention it, to be honest with you. I really didn't want to mention it. I appreciate it, but I didn't want to mention it. I would much rather mention stuff like we're having a flapjack fundraiser breakfast to help raise much-needed campaign funds and funds for the GOP in town so we can keep functioning. They're $15 a ticket. It's August 11th. You don't have to come, but you could help donate. $15 a ticket, and that gets you a wonderful breakfast. You'll never have had another better breakfast in your life, and served by Fred and I.
Yes.
And of course the rest of it, whatever team we get to come down and help. that morning. But it's August 11th, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., $15 a ticket. Please see Fred for that. And we're going to be doing something else where we'll be taking donations, okay? Any donation, minimum of $5 or more, we're going to put you in for a free drawing to win $280 value?
I think it's $280 total.
$280 value,
combined.
a night out for your family. It's going to be a $100 AMC gift card, $80 voucher to a restaurant. I don't want to mention the restaurant name because I don't want to cause that gentleman any problems. And also a $50 voucher to Carteret Premium Ice Cream. Okay, so bottom line is you can have some ice cream for the summer. You can have a night out on the town for up to 4 people with these tickets. And a minimum $5 donation gets you in the drawing, which is going to be drawn on August 11th at the Flapjack Breakfast in Applebee's in Woodbridge at 10 a.m. As soon as it's over, we'll have somebody that's there take out the winning ticket, so you'll have a chance to win. All we need is a minimum donation of $5 for that raffle. Well, we can't call it a raffle, but you know what I mean.
It's a raffle. It's not a raffle.
Chance to win.
Chance to win. That sounds better.
So keep that in mind. I am going to plug that because that's important to us.
Yes. And since we're on the fundraising tip, I want to also say we're going to be having an event. We're scheduling events for one for Panera and one for Chick-fil-A as well. That we'll be announcing
that was good too.
in the future. Right now we're focusing on the Applebee's breakfast on August 11th. So like Tony said, please reach out to me or him. We have tickets for you. Yeah. And also something that we touched on it last week. I want to touch on it again. Please, folks, share this. I want to touch on it again this week. I'm going to mention it every single week. There's a community member, brother of mine, Colton Duvall, who happens to be a dispatcher at the Carteret Police Department, also a veteran. His son, Jay, is down in Philadelphia and having problems with his heart, having some heart failure, and they might be getting him on a list to get a transplant. And right now his family is, they have to go back and forth, parents, to stay with them and stay with their kids here as well. So we're having some donations and some fundraisers for them. It has nothing to do with Team Carteret or politics whatsoever, but we like to help them because they're good people, and this young man needs our help, and Jay is a superhero. And they're having a bus trip coming up. I shared the link last week. I'll share it again. So if anybody would like to get in touch with us, and they're actually having fundraising as well for them. So if you would like to help out a community member that are good people that we would like to see help, and Jay, we're all praying for you. Team Carteret's praying for you, and the entire Duvall family.
God bless.
God bless. Let's see, what else we got? We got the door knocking, we got the soccer. Senior moments on yesterday, actually, Sunday.
I have those all the time.
I think I just had one. I was like, what was on the list? Thank God. This is why we write lists, folks. Senior moments. At the, I like to say thank you to Frank and the band, Senior Moments, for inviting me yesterday out to the Menlo Park Veterans Home that I used to work at years ago, to come and see their band. They do every Sunday, the last Sunday of every month, the Senior Moments. They play for the veterans at the Menlo Park Veterans Home. They also play in Paramus as well. But it was a beautiful event. They put on a great show for these veterans. Like I said, when I worked there, I worked in the food service, and I worked helping people, and I would run around, and I would never have actually a moment to sit down to really enjoy the entertainment. It was very nice to do that and to see some old faces. And I'd like to say hello to Carly, hello to everybody there that I saw. I was glad to see some of the residents are still kicking and good spirits. It was nice to see them and talk with them, and they remember my face. I'd say to them, you know me? They say no. I say, hair down to here? I remember you. Okay. So,
the old YG thing?
The old YG 1-2 guy. Uh-huh. So, I'd like to say thank you to Frank, and we're going to be out there again the last Sunday of every month. Senior Moments. It's free, and it's a beautiful thing that they do for our veterans, out of respect.
Always good to support the veterans, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Another thing, please, folks, I didn't say share this already, because we didn't even scratch the surface
Let me
yet.
say it for you.
Go ahead.
Share this. It's very important. Get the word out. As more people see this, the more people are going to know that they have a choice this year in 2018. Mm-hmm. And there are still some people that don't realize that we're running.
Right.
And that's why we got to get out there even more over the next couple of months to make sure everybody knows that there is a choice in 2018. So yes, share this video, please.
And some of the folks were like, oh, you're that guy that's running against him. I was like, yeah, that would be me. Thank you, folks. That's all of us. That's me, that's Tony, that's Regina. We're all running for the betterment of our town.
It is funny when people just come up to me and go, you're Tony Gallo? I'm like, oh my God, there it goes. I'm always thinking I'm going to get like a pie in the face or something.
Somebody gonna spit on us or something.
Yeah.
I go to Walgreens to get dog food for Buster, and people are like, "Hey, I watch your videos." And I'm like, "Hey, man."
Or maybe that middle
Thanks.
finger that I could have got from somebody.
We had one lady when we were. You got
I
5
still want to post that. I want to use that picture that's on that particular lady's website, her Facebook page. Thanks for visiting Carteret.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The classy one.
Yeah.
The funniest thing we ever heard door knocking yet was you got 5 seconds to get off our lawn.
Yes. Oh, I know. I go by that person's house with the ice cream truck all the time and turn the music up. It's only got 5 seconds.
It was funny because we were door knocking the other day. There was one lady right off the bat. She said, "I just want to let you know right off the bat, I'm a Danny supporter." And I said to her, "Well, I'm sorry for you, but even Darth Vader came back to the light side at one point."
That's good.
And she was very nice. We actually had a good conversation and a good laugh about it. But
that's funny.
All right, let me get back here. Now, this really has nothing to do with politics. Well, it does have to do with politics, but not our politics. This is more of a federal politics. I was going to say this. For the past week, I've been seeing a lot of crap on Facebook from both sides about all this junk the media spews. The media, I like to call them the most evil devils in America. And I like to say, everybody, just chill the hell out and talk to each other instead of arguing and fighting because it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
no, it's disgusting.
People,
I even had to unfriend one of my friends on Facebook. It's really sad.
People need to come together. Before you're any party, you're an American, and people need to sit down and talk instead of arguing and screaming and fighting with each other. I just want to put that out there because I don't really respond to much of that stuff when I see it because it makes me sick from both sides, and it needs to stop. People need to start talking and communicating instead of attacking and thinking that their word is God. You know what I mean? That's what I got to say.
At least let's come to the middle on these issues.
That's what I'm trying to say. Sit down and talk.
We all have something in common.
Right.
Hey, we all put our pants on the same way. I don't know about you, but I put one foot in at a time and hope I don't fall over.
Right. We all wipe front to back, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we all have plenty in common.
Yes.
Even if you can't find something in common, you can just agree to disagree.
Yes. Let's see. We're going here. Okay. Podcast. I'd like to announce the podcast is finally up and running.
I'm excited about that.
I've been working. Reason I've been a little silent for a couple of weeks besides the video cast was because I was working day and night on this damn podcast since the primary. It's essentially what we did was we took all the video or the audio from all these videos and we put them in an audio format so that people can download them into their phones, into their iPads, their tablets. You can listen to them in your car, your TVs, wherever any Apple, Android, Google device. You can listen to them on now.
Opie and Anthony or something?
Kind of like Opie and Anthony, Ron and Fez, God forbid I say Howard Stern, but you can listen to them on anything, any device now. Or that guy you like. What's that guy you like?
Anthony Calandra?
No, the other guy with the glasses. The guy who ran for president. Herman Cain.
Oh, yeah, Herman Cain. Great. No, he's fantastic.
So please,
if you haven't seen him, check him out.
Yes. If folks, if you haven't checked out the podcast, please, I put a lot of damn work into this podcast. And every Monday night, after this was done, I'm going to be working on the next one, so it'll be up on Tuesday for people. Everything is free, by the way. It's all, you can get it on any device, on Radio Public. I put the link up. If you need it, guys, please still let me know, and we'll get it out there. Like I said, you can listen to it on any device, anywhere. If you missed the old ones, you want to go back and listen to them. And we're also, besides doing the live video chats, we are going to also be doing special podcasts that are just for the podcast that you won't be able to hear or see anywhere else as well. Me and Tony were talking about it yesterday. We're going to sit down and we're going to do an actual podcast. Besides this live stream as well. We're not going to.
I'm excited about it.
It's going to be another outlet out there.
It helps get the word out.
Wood says Opie and Anthony rocks. That's right. Isn't it Anthony and Artie now? Isn't Artie Lang with them now? I saw. Okay, we get out of there for a second.
I've been working on trying to do different rigs. You know that.
Yes, Tony has. He only has. There was the one that we tried a couple weeks back. We're going to try to get that perfected again. For some reason, he got it down. For me, I bang the table too much. I think
we got to get the one that you bolt down, and we'll talk more about it off screen. But I think the one that bolts down to a desk, you get two of those set up, plugged right into like a dupe line.
Yes.
Well, maybe we can get somebody out there that knows about this stuff to get in touch with us and set us up nice.
Right. Please. Folks, again, share it.
Let's get back
to this because we're almost a half hour in. We're over a half hour in.
We didn't get to it.
And we didn't get, folks, we're going to get to all these questions. We promise you. We just want to get over this, our little schedule first here.
No, you have to get to the people.
Oprah request. Last week I got, like I said, I put in an Oprah request for all the deals and businesses and negotiations and all contracts between the Carteret Business Partnership and the Borough Hall. And I was told there is none, which in politer terms, I'm going to say BS, because if that's the case, then why is the Carteret Business Partnership painting all the red bricks in town?
Wait, repeat that. What's the question? You have to word these Oprah requests so specifically.
I wanted any negotiations, deals, and contracts between Carteret Business Partnership and Borough Hall.
How could there be no deals between them?
And after 3 weeks of stalling me on this, kept pushing it back, extending it.
Supposedly you only have 7 days, 7 business days, right, to get back to you on this?
They can extend it. They extended it 3 times to come back and finally tell me that there is none.
Okay.
Can I say bullshit? Can I say that? Because
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't go in the whole.
Well, why?
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Why do they do our street sweeping with those little street sweepers, which are our business partnership? Why do they keep their vehicles inside of the old EMT building if there's no deals, negotiations, or contracts?
Yeah.
So we're going to call both.
Sense.
You know, we're going to call it. I think that's absolutely false. And
maybe go to the county for an Oprah request on it. I mean, don't they have to put paperwork somewhere?
There would have to be some kind of deal. I don't think these people are just doing it for free. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. When people are getting paid, when the mayor signs it as a chairman of the CBP.
Doesn't Damasio work for the partnership?
I believe so, and I believe the fire chief, Harushka, he's also the head of the Carteret Business Partnership.
He is? Because I always see him in City Hall. He's got an office there.
In uniform, and that office is for the Carteret Business Partnership.
No, get out of here.
Yeah.
So wait, the fire chief, Harushka, right? That's his name?
Yep, bald-headed guy.
Yeah, he's got an office inside City Hall.
For the business partnership.
Wait, and he's not doing town business for the fire department?
Nope.
Well, who's running the firehouses?
Good question.
You know, I stopped by the West Carteret firehouse.
They put that nice little fountain monument
I just stopped by, I just wanted to look and see because I've never been to it. I want to make sure I touch everything. And I found there was one guy there.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this once before, but just to reiterate, one fireman. 24/7, I'm to understand. Is that right?
One is the loneliest number. Yes.
So who pumps the truck? Who drives the truck? Who gets the water?
The one-man army.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So, all right, I'm just trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I think I was talking to somebody, I don't want to mention any names, and they had said something about they don't even have captains in the firehouse, just lieutenants or something.
Yep.
So lieutenants are running the firehouse.
Yep. Maybe if our fire chief spent less time with the Carteret Business Partnership while he's getting paid to be the fire chief and actually assigned some men over to West Carteret, we'd be in better shape.
And it's a shame. That's what's got to be shaken up.
Yeah. There's no deals, there's no negotiations, but they have an office inside Borough Hall.
Hey, listen, folks, Fred will be the first one to tell you. I may be running for council. I love Fred. I really do.
I love this man too.
But when he does something that I don't agree with, he'll be the first one to tell you, and I'll tell him I don't agree with it.
Folks, if you have, and that's what we need. We don't need yes men. All we've had for 16 years, like we exposed through all the resolutions that we have, all they do is say yes. That's all they do. I guarantee you, when we win next year, that'll be the first time they say no. Yeah. I guarantee you that. The first time in 16 years a councilman says no to a mayor in his town is when we win, and we'll be in there.
Yeah, well,
guarantee you.
Yeah. That's right.
That's right. We need to get these bums that we have in there now out, and we need to get Tony and Regina in there. Somebody who's actually going to say no.
There's another one that won't say yes to something she don't agree with.
And I don't want them to say yes to everything we put forth. I want them to say no when something doesn't seem right or doesn't seem fit.
No, I'll call bullshit on you too.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Balance. There is no balance. It's 16 years of one-sidedness.
Yeah,
this is put in the Star Wars. This is the Emperor. You know.
I'm having a hard time being called over to the dark.
Yeah, and let's
try.
And that was another thing that's been brought up to my attention too. I know this is kind of like a personal dig, but I really don't care. I'm going to say it. People have asked me like, what's going on with the mayor's face? Like he don't look healthy. He either looks. Some people said to me, he either looks allegedly sick or he looks allegedly hooked on something.
Probably just very stressed, to be honest with you.
Like his face is sunk in, and if I had all that dirt on my back too, I would be.
A little stressed.
A little stressed. I got you. Gotcha. You never know when them.
God bless him. I wish him a long life. I hope he's not sick.
You don't. I don't wish bad on anybody, but you don't look well.
God bless you.
People have noticed that. When you look at older photos and look at them now, you don't look well.
Well, age will do that to you too.
Please share this, folks.
We're all in our 40s, right?
I've heard that a lot. I don't know. Okay. We said the senior events volunteers. We still need volunteers. If anybody would like to volunteer and help out the party, help us out in this campaign, door knocking, passing out flyers, anything, please, spreading the word, donating to either the Fergatuso for Mayor Fund.
Breakfast.
Yes, any kind of volunteers, we need them, please.
Committee people, we're still looking for men and women in each district.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important too. That gives you your voice in your community.
The three of us can't win this campaign, just us three. We need the help of the community.
Absolutely.
If everyone out there that's saying that they want change, that they want something new, well, folks, me, Tony, and Regina can't just do it ourselves.
I could use a little, actually. Pump this up right here.
Maybe all that gel got to his head. You know.
I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
Maybe so many people are so far up his ass that his face is sunk in. I don't know. Oh, should I say that? I don't care anymore.
All right.
All right. Volunteers, we touched on that. Fundraisers, we touched on. Donations, we touched on. CWV. Well, you've heard some stories about the CWV this week too. The people reached out to me that how the they were still trying to force and buy it and stuff. But from what we heard, it wasn't supposed to really be for the kids. What I heard was, remember when they had that little event for the fire trucks that were going to Puerto Rico that were pieces of crap, and the paper even said they were junk. The mayor was upset because that day there was a senior meeting inside. It was a luau party inside of the Devon Center, and he was upset because they wouldn't leave. Shame on him. And he was actually looking for the CWV to be the new senior center because he wanted them out of the library. I wanted to put it out there, folks. So even you old timers, he wants to ship you guys out of there. And speaking of seniors, I know I was asked not to say, I'm not going to say names or anything, but I was actually told at graduation, the mayor thought he was a big tough guy getting loud with a woman over there. You pay rent, Dan? Is that what you said? You're a big tough guy to an old senior lady, huh?
Yeah.
Says it all. All right. Let's see here. Donations, we got that. CBV, we got that. Lawn signs. Lawn signs. There is still some Ryman lawn signs out there, folks.
Even Palone lawn signs.
Even Palone lawn signs on my block. Too. Yeah, I mean, first off, Palone got to go regardless. But there's still Team Ryman lawn signs in this town. Was it Heald Street? I think it was 60-some Heald Street. Somebody sent me a message the other day. His signs are still up there, and they're doing nothing to take them down. If that was a Team Carteret sign,
we get letters delivered to our house.
$250 a day violation. It's supposed to be. But of course, they're not going to find themselves. Football field.
We got that.
I think we got that. We got that. We
can start answering questions.
There was one more thing I need to touch on here. That I know some people. I didn't really. Well, you were actually there when this happened, but I was actually talking to the guy during the share this now, folks, because now this is a bomb, and we're going to drop the bomb right now. I'm lighting the damn fuse, and there's going to be some people. I'm not going to get into crazy detail, but I'm gonna drop the bomb right now, folks. Share this. When we were doing our running around on primary day, coming out of the Board of Education, me, Tony, and Andrew Joan, there was a gentleman who cut us off.
Wait, what's that address?
Oh, no. For legal reasons, we cannot mention the exact address, but we're gonna.
Can we just say number 2? I want to write a book about this one.
Okay. There's a number 2 involved.
Yeah.
There's a tree.
Yeah.
And it's off of Carteret Ave.
Yeah.
Okay. This man stopped us, and it was.
It was freaky.
It was freaky.
We thought he was a big guy.
Yeah, it was a big guy. And Joan was a little freaked out in the back. And I actually turned to Tony at one point and I said to him, "Is this the point I get whacked?"
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. We go black.
Yeah, it goes black just like Sopranos.
Black,
The end. Don't stop. And then
go easy there. I might start calling you a mobster again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the pot calling me.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
This guy stops us and starts telling us some information that was very, very disturbing, by the way.
Yeah. Don't ever go to that address. That's all I could say.
He gave us an address and told us about situations going on at this address in the basement of possible connections. Let me give us this is all allegedly. I can't prove this, but this is what.
Are we also bringing up the five family thing there?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
so we're going to get into them. So we were warned to never go to this house, to this basement, or if we're ever invited there, that allegedly certain politicians and allegedly a certain mayor is a puppet for these people, that there's these things that go on in this basement that they're allegedly one guy got forced alcohol down his throat until he was dead, and then they dumped him off in Jersey City to make it look like he drunk himself to death. Then there was another guy that allegedly they turned a generator on and shocked the man to death because he had $40,000 in cash in his pocket that he wanted to pay these people to have his sister come to America. And we'd have a lot more T-shirts if we had 40 grand.
Yeah,
and signs. And that, but this is a serious matter. They took this generator and they shocked this man to death and made it look like he had an induced heart attack and dropped him off in the streets of Amboy. And it was a big investigation, and certain people were pulled from there, certain people weren't. Like I said, I can't verify any of this, but this was brought to our attention from a man, and we've been in talks, and I've been in talks with other people of certain communities in this town that have also told me the exact same similar stories. And now I believe it's up to 8 different situations that have happened in this basement that I've been brought to my attention of. And if in case I go missing, folks,
just remember the number 2, a tree. I know the address.
He knows the address.
And then somebody told the address.
My family knows the address. We gave the address to the authority.
I never worry about that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was told when we first started this that I should drop out, right? Mm-hmm. And I said the only way I drop out is from the grave.
Yep.
Good luck.
So, yeah, I really hope this is not true, but I know you guys are watching. I know exactly what I'm talking about, Raystar. So,
yeah. Well, I heard something about a 5-member mafia or something.
5.
Not mention any
names or cultures or communities. But if you seek, you will find. And they supposedly there's a 5-member family in this town that allegedly
of a certain culture
that our mayor's a puppet for.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
That's what we heard.
It is. Allegedly.
But and we were warned, don't go to that basement ever.
Change the address.
Change the address
for us.
Yes. So I wanted to bring it out there to the attention of the people that these are things that are actually possibly going on in our town. And
well, I just still can't get over the fact that we can't do our First Amendment right.
Yes.
Freedom of speech, no matter if it's written, said. That still annoys me. It annoyed me so much I had to do a video right away on Facebook. I couldn't even wait for you. I'm sorry. I did a Facebook Live on it, and I was so upset about it because I can't stand anybody telling me. Listen, if I saw somebody wearing a shirt that annoyed me, I'd walk away. If they're saying something I don't want to hear, I walk away. I might not want to hear it. I might not like it. But guess what? Too bad. That's what the First Amendment's for.
And I shared that video yesterday on our page, and I give credit where credit is due. And I got to say, Tony, that was absolutely the best damn video you've done yet.
Oh, thank you.
In my opinion, that was the best damn video.
I still like the sign one.
The sign one was
up and down Carteret.
Yeah, the sign was good, but that one you did yesterday, the emotion and the realness in it was, you nailed it.
I felt it.
You nailed it. The timing, everything on it was perfect, and you nailed it. And if you haven't watched that video yet, you can either go back to our page or go to Tony Gallo for Council page and see that video. I recommend everybody watch it. All right, so oh my God, we're 50 minutes in. We didn't even read a damn question. Yeah, we didn't even read a damn question yet. Wow, folks.
Anything for me, I doubt it. You're the star here.
No. We're all stars. We're all stars in this universe. All right. Holy moly macaroni, folks.
Guys, you've been busy.
All right, folks. We're sorry that we took so long to get to our questions, but we're going to get to them now. What we got here?
All right, we got a clap. Let's
Michelle
say hello
says,
to everybody.
Yes, hello, Michelle, Tina, Tony, Joe, Sam, Jackie. Hello, everybody that's watching.
Yes,
hello, everybody that's watching.
Holiday.
We don't want to say every single name because some of the...
well, they know. They could see it.
No, they can't. We can't.
No, they can see it.
No, they can't.
They can't see it?
No.
I could have sworn you could see the names.
No, only the people that are your friends. But certain...
I'm blowing somebody's spot up. I apologize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll keep the names out of it because there has been retaliation against certain people from our borough for watching our video, especially borough employees. And
I know they all watch it because I've gotten cold shoulders at certain events I have to go to. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all I got to say to you people. Shame on you.
Let's get back to the questions. Come on.
All right, let's get here. Tassie York says thumbs up. Jackie says high five, everybody. Debbie.
Guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, MIA.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to skip that.
Yeah. Like we said, we people have different schedules and stuff. We try to all be together at the same time, but unfortunately...
And we've been to a lot of events together, by the way.
Yes. And
we've been to, what, 2 parades?
2 parades.
ShopRite?
ShopRite.
Yeah.
We
door knocking in Chrome.
Right. You will see the 3 of us together.
Absolutely.
Between now and November 6th, folks. I mean, unfortunately, some people have different schedules, different times. Sometimes Tony can't make it. So there's going to be some times maybe I can't even make it, and I have to reschedule the show or have Tony fill in for me or something. You know what I mean?
You can cancel that, Robert. We know where she's at. We're good.
All right. Emily, high five.
All right.
Emily says, hey, the event was great. The parking was a disaster. The parking was, I will admit that.
We're talking about the soccer, right?
Soccer, volleyball event. Yeah, it was. They were trying to do the best they can, I guess, with busing everybody over from Minu School over there as well. There is one thing I want to touch on real quick before that. I was going to say before how it reminded me of the Chrome event. They had police at this soccer and volleyball event, and it was a peaceful event. They had the exact same amount of police for that soccer event for thousands of people as they did show up down at Chrome Park for a peaceful event for maybe like 100 or 200 people.
Right.
That tells you a lot, folks. I'm not to play that race card, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say how it really is.
Yeah.
Shame on them. All right? All right, Battle of the Borough. Hello, Sharon. Battle of the Borough. You're damn right, Jackie. And like I said, wait.
Well, you're with us.
Ooh, wait, you see
Come
this
on.
flyer that we're working on. I Feel Media is coming with the most amazing campaign flyer you are ever going to see. Shout out to I Feel Media. Shout out to Video Music Box. Uncle Ralph McDaniels. We're going to be seeing you next week, July 7th.
Hey, what's up, Rich?
They are backing Team Carteret, by the way. We got
I like
Video
that.
Music Box backing us,
Yeah.
folks. Oh,
See that Poison concert I went to the other night?
he saw Poison and Cheap Trick. I saw
Cheap
Poison
Trick.
years ago.
And there was that evil something or other. It was pretty good. That guy was pretty good. He went all the way up into the nosebleeds, into the
Oh, yes,
lawn.
I saw the
But
video.
there were a lot of Carteretians there, I got to tell you. I
Yes.
only know that because Shannon told me. She goes, oh, there's a lot of people from Carteret here. She was watching it on Facebook, everybody liking it. Excellent show. Excellent show.
I saw Poison before years ago, and but I would like to see Cheap Trick. So I was actually jealous of that, to be honest with you.
You know, I love the way he comes out.
Hmm.
The greatest effing band, he says. It's great.
I want you to want me.
Yeah, rock and roll is not dead.
All right, so we got here. Please, big crybabies.
Yeah.
They probably heard you were going to be there. T, you're actually.
Yes, everything we do.
You know what? I want to touch on it real
Yeah,
quick.
we're going to start posting afterwards, by the way.
Yes, we're not going to from this point forward.
Yeah.
We are no longer going to announce where we're going to go door knocking, because our opposition
We
seems to
get
show up.
followed.
Yeah.
They drive by just to see what we're doing and where we're going. Plus, we got to worry about you guys. Because if they see us talking to you on a porch or something, I mean, I've told people at the soccer field yesterday, don't hug me, don't come too close to me, because then you'll be on the hit list.
Right.
You know, so yeah, no, we worry about you guys too. Definitely don't want to bring attention to anybody. So from now on, when Fred and I do door knock, we're going to announce it afterwards. We were talking
Right.
about that yesterday.
We're going to post the videos and photos after we're
Afterwards,
home.
yeah.
This way,
We'll do a live right afterwards.
Yes.
Right afterwards,
Yeah.
we'll do a Facebook Live.
that's fine. But we're gonna switch it up too. We're not gonna stay in the same spot. We're gonna keep them on their toes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And there was one thing I forgot to mention real quick on my list here too. Yesterday there was
I'm
a
gonna keep looking at these while you're doing
There was a senior event at the Holiday Inn yesterday, and the mayor showed up with his bodyguard goons, I should say, because you're a bunch of goons, and walked in like some big tough guy, like the seniors are gonna beat him down with their walkers.
He came to the senior event?
He went to the senior event before the Mass Hall and Joe Hall came over to the
soccer
park.
thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
this-
okay.
so but a lot of the seniors, from what I heard, were turned off because this guy walks in here like he's got Secret Service, like the seniors were gonna rob him with something. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me?
Could happen anytime.
Yeah, or maybe he's got that goon squad around him for when the feds come rushing in, so they get them first. Because you know he's gonna throw you all under the bus and rat your asses out. You know it's coming.
Yeah.
Even that guy who put his retirement in for December. You know who I'm talking about. You're the first one to throw under the bus, buddy.
Yeah.
You know. McBurger. With all the crying, they probably heard you were going to be there. With all the crying they did, they could have put a dent in rain deficit.
The who?
I'm confused. All the crying they did, they could have. Oh, the rain.
with
Oh,
their
okay, with the
tears.
tears. Now I get it. Now we get it. Sorry, folks.
Okay.
We're like a half hour behind on that one. We got you though.
All right.
What's good for the goose is good for the
Yeah,
gander.
that's right, because they were out there.
Yep.
And that's what I said. That's what I
Yep.
said to the person who complained to me. I
Yeah.
said, they're out here.
Yep.
Why can't we be out here? You think they're out here for the games? I highly doubt it, especially
Yeah.
Damasio. I don't know. Has he got kids in there? Does his kids play soccer?
No, I heard he's got kids that bring their kids to work though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. But, he could have borrowed a tissue from AJ from one of
Hey,
his
what's up,
race
Ryan?
stars and wiped their tears.
All right. What else? I
heard that-
Lovey.
I heard the trip to the ferry is to Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Or Jillian
The
Island.
weather started getting rough. The
Good.
mighty ship was lost.
Put them on a 3-hour tour. Good evening, all. Good evening. Hello, Lovey.
Hey, Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
She's safe. She's not in the borough, right?
Hello, everybody watching. Robert Wood Schools. I think you have to be buzzed by a certain door.
Yeah,
Not-
but that's only certain times of the day they do that. That's from what I've seen.
But even then, after you're buzzed in, and you could still have a weapon
it's
on
not
you,
like
and
you're going through your backpack before you come into the door.
right, we
But
need
they
a
will
lot.
now.
We need a lot better
Thank
security
God.
than that.
What's this? Loans or bonds? What is that?
Oh,
That
so
must
Sharon's
be
talking about
something
with the grants. Are
Okay,
they really
yeah.
grants or are they loans or bonds? And about that too, we even heard a lot that they've been withdrawing a lot of the bonds and selling them. If I am correct from what I've been told from a lot of the residents. Like I said, shame on the borough for retaliating against people for watching our videos.
Would you apply for grants, somebody's asking, if you were mayor?
If I was mayor?
mean, we all have to apply for those, right?
Yes.
You have to apply for grants.
We would have.
That's just something you do. Even my girls' school, they do that. You have to apply for grants.
Right, but we would not like to have it on a high interest loan basis. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know, I think the town has grown plenty enough in the past 16 years, unless it's
grants is just something the federal government gives you usually.
Right, and that's still that's taxpayer money. It's not free money.
That's what I see with Sharon's talking about. Is it a grant or a loan, right?
Right.
Yeah, if it's a loan, it's a different story. You got to pay that back.
I'll tell you right now, we'd be applying for grants for a new school, which we desperately needed. We need a new school more than we need a ferry, a new football field, or some art theater that no one in the Carteret's going to be affording to go to anyway.
It's funny. You see theaters in every other town, and I don't see them packed.
No, they don't. They got
packing it out. And we're going to end up using it. It's going to be great for graduation.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a nice theater for our
if Comcast allows us. You know what I mean? But you got some semi-big name bands going into the Citadel and Raw. We have a state there. You got the Bacon brothers coming here, Kevin Bacon and his brother. That's a pretty big band, and they can't even fill that out with a train across the street that goes to Philly and to New York. Come on now, folks. Who's going to come in the middle of Carteret?
Yeah. They're going to take the ferry in.
Where's Catwoman? Catwoman.
I have no idea.
Jackie, I'm confused. Who's Catwoman? Emily, thumbs up. Oriana, smiles, hearts. Never heard of the ice cream company where you're located.
Yeah, don't worry.
We got that
already.
Carteret, time to change. You're darn right. Darn right.
Yes, definitely time for a change. 32.
We've been hearing that a lot from the people we were talking to past week.
Yeah.
No street got done because it's very close to Borough Hall. Otherwise, it wouldn't be getting done with the grant/loan. You're absolutely right. And we've mentioned before, why is Grant Street or no street more important than Bergen Street or West Carteret?
Yeah.
Because it's right there next to Borough Hall. There's your answer, folks. You know, let's be honest with you. People in Bergen Street, to them, you're out of the view. They don't give a damn about you folks. They haven't given a damn about you folks for 16 years. You folks in West Carteret as well, they don't give a damn about you folks. They've done nothing about it for 16 years. They know the sewer system's all screwed up and they still allow it. Okay? I think it's time you tell them after 16 years, we don't give a damn about you and we want change. It's time for change. Whether it was me and Tony running and Regina running or another set of people, it is time for change, folks. We are just the folks who had enough guts to stand up to this administration.
Yeah,
Remember that.
Many that were willing to, believe me when I tell you.
Yeah, we were the only people that put a petition in. If we didn't run, he would have won again, uncontested. It would have been the same stuff.
It's a steamroll.
We've heard enough people crying that they need change, that this town needs to get rid of him, and now you have
the opportunity.
This is it.
This is it. Could be your last chance.
This is your
moment to tell you.
Yes, and I guarantee, and we're going to say this right now. If we don't win and he wins. Yeah. Your taxes are going up because you're paying for this guy's pension for the rest of his life. You're guaranteed. Then again, there's a bunch of idiots out there who voted for Phil Murphy when the guy said he was going to raise taxes. People are like, yeah! So your taxes are guaranteed to go up if this jack gets into office again. You're guaranteed that, folks. So remember that. If you think you're paying high taxes now, remember next year if we lose, your taxes are going up because you're paying for this guy's pension for the rest of his life. You're guaranteed that.
Yeah, something's got to do it.
All right. Thank you, Tony. He says, all they do in town is collect paychecks, plug away, make sure it comes down my street, 15 kids on the block.
I've never seen so much, I don't know, you can't call it nepotism, it's not family, but I could tell you this, from what I'm hearing from people.
Cronyism?
It's like, you got to know somebody to get anything done.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to know somebody if you want an apartment or a house.
Mm-hmm. You got to be a blowhard.
You got to know somebody if you want a job, and that's why it's good to flip government every once in a while.
Yes,
because people get so comfortable. Let's just say Fred was mayor for 20 years. Okay, 20 years from now, I come back into town. I move back in. If I moved out, okay, and I say, you know what? I need a place to live. Guess what? Hey, buddy, Fred, you're mayor in this town for 20 years. Get me a place to live.
You're gonna kiss my
I
ass?
need a job too. No, but we're friends. You would do it for me, right? After 20 years of friendship, this is why you need to flip it every once in a while. This is why you need term limits.
You're right.
We didn't stop talking about that, by the way, folks.
No.
I've said it from the get-go. I'm going to tell you this now. When Murphy was running against Guadagno, I was with Guadagno a lot. Okay, I got a cell phone number. Nice woman, by the way, very smart. and unfortunately didn't make it in for 40,000 votes. But whatever, it is what it is. The bottom line is she's the one that told me, we have term limits in the state constitution. Copy and paste that right into your constitution and just change the wording from New Jersey State to Carteret and change governor to mayor. And there you go. You have your term limits. We just got to figure out how to get that on a ballot, believe it or not. And even the county attorney for Middlesex County didn't know how to do it. Okay?
We've been asking.
This is the problem. I've been asking for, 2 years now as the GOP chairman in town?
And we've been pushing hard to get it on the ballot this year.
And asking. And when I brought it, I copied and pasted the term limits from the state. And I copied it onto a sheet and I brought it to the party and I said, here, this is how we can get the term limits. And everybody said, no, that's not going to work. I don't understand it. I'm not a lawyer, okay? But I'm willing to do anything I have to do to get that question on the ballot. And I'm sure all you guys out there would vote for term limits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? And even Fred would only have 2 years.
That's it.
Okay?
2 terms.
2 terms, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2 terms, okay? Because it's important that you change every once in a while. It's like wearing the same underwear for 20 years.
Right.
Eventually it starts to stink.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're wearing Mondays.
16 years of the same underwear. It's time to change.
Oh my God. Oh my. That's my.
That was a gross analogy,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I don't want to think about that
I'm
one. I
sorry.
don't want to think about that when I'm drinking iced
Now,
coffee.
Let's get back to
All
these
right.
questions.
Jill, the borough employees don't do grass, etc. It's actually outside companies that cuts the borough lawns, etc. The private company that picks up the garbage. You're absolutely correct. They're outsourcing everything in Carteret. What the hell is the purpose of having our parks department if we're outsourcing it to a different company to do it? What's the point of having all these other companies if
Yeah.
we're outsourcing all our jobs? This is what he does to try to keep your budget down.
True.
Because he misuses one side and he takes away from other things like Board of Ed and other areas to try to balance it. That's what they've been doing for far too long.
Robbing from Peter to pay Paul.
Exactly. All right. Melanie says, hello, Melanie.
Hello.
Jill, yes, I know, because mayor to be too busy giving jobs to outsiders instead of Carteret people doesn't like unionized people. That's what I've been hearing as well.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing as well. Carlton is a Marine veteran. Carlton Duvall is a Marine veteran. And like we said, Jay, and to the whole Duvall family, the Mary Al, everybody, we're praying for you guys. Jess, we're praying for the whole family. Jay, we're praying for you, and we're going to do whatever we can to help you guys with donations and everything that we can. Jay is a superhero, and please help one of our own. Help a Carteret resident, a Marine veteran. Help this little boy, please, in any which way you can. If you can donate, if you can buy a ticket to the bus trip, whatever you can do, please. It's going to a good cause and to good people.
Calling all cars.
Calling all cars. All right. Sam says, when you win, please give them a ride on the little engine that could. Fred, please let them blow the choo-choo horn. They ain't blowing my choo-choo horn.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, someone probably love to wet the whistle. But, Sam, I don't want to say drain the swamp because that's been said, but we're going to drain the pond.
Yeah. And give us a chance. What do you got to lose? How about that one?
Yeah. You know what you're going to get if we lose. So why not try the alternative?
True.
Try something different. But yeah, there's a lot of people that need to go.
Been down No Street for over 16 years. The rescue.
Cats saw the floods for too many years. Those people that lost their homes were paying high taxes too many years. No one did anything until now. Most of them left this town and never looked back.
Well, there's a river. That was one of the big problems.
There's no river.
There was a river underneath No Street.
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, there's some people I know I don't know if I should say or not, but they actually tap into that river to water their grass and stuff in the backyard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest drinking that water, but
What about your agenda? Aren't we covering a little bit of that?
About your agenda next
We're
week.
doing that.
Last week I said that I was going to break down everything on our agenda. And after talking to a few people who are political, have been in the politics way longer than I have, they suggested to me that this is still June. This is too early to put it out. We put out our platform, which we pretty much broke down what we want to do, but the agenda is just going to be more into detail.
Too, a lot of it.
Yeah, and that was stolen. A lot of it was stolen when we put that out.
How about, remember when I discussed putting, let's be democratic on our signs?
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
In a private meeting?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it was out.
It's on their billboard still up
on
at
their
Krauser's and up the
billboards.
hill.
Let's stay democratical. Let's keep it democratic. Because that's what we are, folks. We're a democratic republic.
Yes.
That's what we are. All that means is you all get a chance to vote, and you all get a chance to say how you feel through your vote.
So, Rob, I did not forget about the agenda, but like I said, after talking to a few people who are politicians for their careers, like I said, well, first off, I'm not I hate to use that term. I'm a citizen running for office. They said it's still
I like
June.
that,
You don't put that out. We are going to be. It's already done. The agenda's already done. But we're going to be waiting a little bit longer to do that. And we're not going to. And I'm going to say this right now. When I do put out the agenda, it's just going to be within probably before the end of the summer. When we're closer to the actual election, I'm going to be putting that out on a podcast. I'm not going to be doing it on a live video stream like this, to be honest with you, because I don't. We're not going to. Maybe we'll do a dual stream, but that's going to be a whole episode just to that. You know what I mean? I was very happy that Tony was able to come tonight and join us. So we're going to be putting the agenda out. The agenda's done. It's wrapped up. Like I said, if you want a hint of what it is, go read our platform. But if there's some things on the...
pretty much see it on the NJGOP website.
Right, and on fergatusoformayor.com.
Yeah,
but if you want to... And the podcast is also going to be on fergatusoformayor.com. The agenda is going to be a little bit different than what the platform is, but I was told it's too early to release that information to people. So if people are going to cry and complain, oh, you haven't put out your vision, you haven't put out your agenda, to those hags, I say...
I mean, biggest thing I think is...
It's still early.
School.
Yes. The schools and the kids are the number one priority. That's the number one priority on our agenda. It's not a hint of... I mean, some folks say, oh, you haven't said what you're going to do. I think you folks haven't been listening, because from day one, we've been...
on every video.
Every video we've put out what we want to do with the town.
Yeah.
I mean... I can do a whole entire episode about
no more of this.
Yeah, no more bobbleheads. Yes. I guarantee you when we win, the first thing they're going to say no is every single thing we ask.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, yeah. They'll be the obstructionists, right? They call them? They'll be obstructionists, yeah.
Let's see. It sounds like the ex-mayor thinks he is God. That's what I've heard, too. Hi, guys. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Jay.
Hello.
O&A rocks. O&A does rock. I agree. You're saying no. Well, like I said, I don't think it's O&A anymore. I think it's Artie. Oh, it's Opie and Anthony, or Opie and Artie now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or Anthony and Artie. It's A&A. It's AA. Yes, it is AA. That's right.
How does one work for the Carteret Business Partnership and the Housing Authority?
Double dipping.
No. Wait a minute. Who works for the Housing Authority?
And the partnership.
Well,
there's actually quite a... I know one. Crumb's son.
He works for the Housing Authority?
It says it on the...
Okay.
On the payroll, yes.
I had no idea.
There's a lot of his little cronies and little scumbag friends that all work for both of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I offended you I'm sorry if I offended any scumbags by putting you in the same circle as those people. Most of the borough employees work these little sweepers. You're absolutely right. And Dan Ryman signs the checks as a chairman of the Carteret Business Partnership. I've seen it with my own eyes. We have copies of them.
I wonder if Damasio voted on anything that had to do with the partnership if he works for it.
There's no deals, no negotiations, no contracts.
No, I'm saying as a councilman. Did he vote on anything? Did we Oprah that yet?
Well, I Oprah'd all the contracts, deals, negotiations, and
I'm talking about
nothing came up.
Wait, you did Oprah. About 2 years worth of the meeting minutes?
We got all 2018, 2016,
what
2017.
was voted on that had to pertain to the Carteret Business Partnership.
We got the Carteret Port Authority.
That's what we have to do.
That's that we do.
Yeah.
We got the. I've been trying to read every single thing, and there's a lot of stuff for one head. So
we got to get a couple volunteers together and sift through all of those meeting minutes and see what was voted on. You understand?
Right.
And then once we find something that was voted on that shouldn't have been voted on. I mean, I'm sure there's an ethics violation or something in there.
Meanwhile, the fire department has lack of volunteers.
That's another thing. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to blow out the agenda, but that's an important issue with the fire department. That's got to be addressed. One person in West Carteret, they got to wait 5-10 minutes for them to run over? I don't know about you guys, but fire moves pretty damn fast.
That could be the difference of a few houses or a few lives.
And there's at least 1 or 2 houses that are burned out in this community, in our town.
Yep. You want to pay your buddies to go double dip and everything, but you don't want to pay the fire guys to be down there and protect us.
Yeah, there's something wrong there.
Something's very wrong. Something's very wrong when the fire chief is in a uniform.
The bottom line is we're
working for the business partnership.
Part of our agenda is definitely to fix that whole mess with our first responders.
Yep.
Because they're important.
Forget drain this pond. We're going to scrape the scum.
Yeah, but there is a pond in the middle of Carteret.
Oh, yeah, there is. But they put a new ice skating pond, too.
Yeah.
All right, Botox.
They use a nice pool there for the community or something, I'm sure.
Emily says Botox.
Botox. Yeah, I saw that before. That was good.
You might be right there, Emily. Something's going on there, folks. I looked at an old photo of him, an old photo with his little fat, chubby chipmunk face, and now you look at him, he looks like he's sick or on something. And that's not talking trash. That's out of concern, Dan.
John Solanas, he's still around?
Where is
we
it?
got rid of him.
Where?
Right there.
Mrs. Atwood? Where? The mayor's page is John Solanas posting everything, acting as if it was a mayor doing it. He answers residents. Yeah, and he also runs that My Carteret page, too.
Yeah, I think I've attempted to break into my Facebook page on that.
The My Carteret page is ran by somebody who's not even from Carteret.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Dirtbag
As of
Solanas.
last Saturday, what?
As of last Saturday,
The
remember?
billboards are still up. Yeah, the
Yep.
billboards, there's nothing in the town doctrine that says you have to take down billboards. There are
There's nothing
signage
about
laws. No, just signage. So that's okay. That works for us because then we got the
Hmm.
signs in the windows. We got, my sign on the back of my window, my car. So that works for us.
I don't promote
So,
vandalism.
it's almost like having, I don't say that, but it's almost like having your shirt on.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So, I mean, imagine them telling us we can't have our shirts on, even though they tried.
Somebody the other day said there should be a rally throwing eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it. I'm not supporting it, but,
I like toilet paper better.
hey.
Call the county about the signs. Yeah,
Toy.
yeah. We did. We got all the laws for our town. That's all you can control on that.
Yes.
Except for Pologne's. Pologne's we could probably call the county on.
Now there's people
And
sharing.
he's probably watched because he started doing videos after we started doing videos. After
Yep.
you did.
Mhm.
Okay? So Pologne now does Facebook
Yes.
Live videos. I love going on there and ripping them apart.
Pologne's on the bone, you know what I mean? Now there's people sharing Solanas' posts from My Carteret. I've noticed that, T. I've noticed that. And it's the same group of little individuals that
Is
want
that a
to.
way in when they do that too? If
Well,
they
they're-
share his post?
They're blowhards. That's what they are. They blow hard. They share his post nonstop. They say, "Oh my God, Gatusto gang, blah 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 blah, blah, bad my list." But you're just another puppet. You're a Solanas too, people.
hold on one
Stop being a
second.
blowhard and grow some.
No whacking?
No whacking. Oh, that's about the
okay.
2 Tree Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jackie says this is a good live show. Thank you, Oreo. Don't go to the basement.
Don't go to the basement.
Don't go to the basement.
I want to write a book about this address.
Yes.
I swear to God. That's going to be the title.
Don't
It's
go
so
to the
funny.
basement. It's funny when I recorded music and stuff.
Number 2 Tree Street.
Number 2 Tree Street,
Street.
right off the app.
Yeah.
And we you're gonna find me or Tony floating in a pond.
Yeah.
You're gonna find him in his ice cream truck freezer. And you're gonna find me in the bottom of the pond.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, no problem. And
Plenty of room in there too.
when I am YG1 too, but when I record my music, they call my studio the morgue or the basement. But this place seems to be the real morgue.
You ever listen to what's his name? I forgot his name. From the bunker.
What's his
what I'm
name?
talking
Yes,
about?
yes.
That guy who does the podcast.
Not Alex Jones.
No.
The guy you like.
Oh yeah, I like him too. Oh, I forgot his name. I got mental block. But he does a great show,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts off with, and it's a podcast, and he goes, "Coming to you
Live from the bunker." Yes.
because he's afraid that the black helicopters are outside.
Yes, I like InfoWars. I like We Are Change. Shout out to them, Prison Planet. Shout out to the alternative media because I think mainstream media sucks.
To bring his political agenda to the high school graduation. Yeah, well, that's what I laugh about. Everything is it's not politics, non-politics, but everything's got Team Ryman on it. I'm sorry. So yeah, Fred and I have to work extra hard just to combat the constant barrage of commercials that team gets. Okay, even at that event we were at yesterday, I told you on Saturday, 7 times in an hour. That team was mentioned, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He puts his name on everything. His name is before everything. If he goes and gets a coffee and it says Mayor Dan Ryman and Carteret.
I was looking
present
around
Dunkin'
just to
Donuts.
see are there anything that says Sika Park or this park for Sika or Falaise Park.
No.
I don't see any of that.
I had a thing too. A lot of folks are saying, "Oh my God, he does so much for the senior program." Senior program has been here for over 30 years, folks. The mayor didn't create that program. Sorry, folks. He can tip his hat all he wants to that and dip his thing in the water, but he ain't the one who created that. He didn't create any of these freaking programs, folks.
I know that house.
And did you notice, before we get there, did you notice also that now he finally put it back to the Children's Charity Fund after a year of it wasn't? Because he was putting all that money towards helping his brother with his lawsuits, with the golfing outing last year.
Yeah.
But after we made a fuss about it, now it doesn't say Children's Charity anymore. Now it says it again.
So there was also some complaints about animal cruelty at that address that we can't
really?
mention. Yeah.
At 2 Tree Street.
Yeah, Tree Street, yeah.
Because-
That's what you were saying. I was like,
Because
what are you
Middlesex
doing?
SPA never backed down.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, so see, somebody else has heard it. Starting to confirm it.
Okay.
Starting to confirm it.
If anybody knows about 2 Tree Street, please let us know.
Yeah.
Or message me and, Yeah, I can't legally we can't say the address, but
Yeah, and yes, the mayor touted himself at the accomplishments at the graduation, made me sick. Yeah, that's all they do.
Yeah,
That's all they do.
that's all they do.
I mean, yeah, I mean, look, does he have some accomplishments to run on? Yes. Do we yet? No. But how are you going to find out unless you give us a chance to do it?
did he pat himself on the back how he's been screwing your education system for the past 16 years?
Yeah.
Did he pat yourself on the back? He say, "Hey, look at this beautiful field I got you."
Yeah.
Do you rent, Dan?
That's not true, but we won't talk about it. I don't know. It's accomplishments. Okay.
Okay. Jealous
Uh,
Tony.
Jealous Tony.
Um,
I have no idea. Jackie,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pop Evil. That was the band. I'm confused on.
Oh, okay. I was
Pop
like,
Evil.
what are you? Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you,
no,
Rich.
yeah. I hope that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've never heard of Pop Evil until
Yeah,
you
neither
told me.
did I. But that guy he was awesome. We looked up the name of the singer. Really great singer. It was a really good time.
It looked pretty cool from
I'll
what
tell
I
you the
saw.
truth. I enjoy that PNC Arts Center.
Oh, it's great.
Really great.
Great. I love-
Tickets aren't killer either.
I love that area. The home area is beautiful.
Last time he ran, what does it say?
Not to talk to me and keep going. And now I have a sign on my gate. No politician.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hopefully you put
Let us in, yeah.
hopefully you put the non-politicians on
Yeah.
your gate. The citizens running for office.
There you go.
I don't care anymore. They won't intimidate me or my family. They're nothing but bullies. Sharon, you said it right.
Yeah.
They've been trying to intimidate a lot of people that watch and support our videos and support Team Carteret.
Yeah.
And that's your insecurity. You want to talk about getting crushed? I think your spirits are getting crushed, guys. I think all the money is spent on your signs and your stupid little campaign for a primary you're running uncontested on, and your numbers still dropped.
Yeah, they were tanking.
Tanking.
A little bit.
Tanking.
Yeah,
So
just
keep,
a little bit.
like I said, keep being confident. And next year you tell Hillary hi on your book
I liked
tour.
when I was in front of him one day with my car with the sign on the back window. Right? And I said, "Hey, you like my sign?" And he goes, "What sign? Where?" I said, "Yeah, all right, come on, right in front of you."
Yes, just not necessary for grants. Something like a ferry, that's unnecessary. I agree. I agree. Kathy, what's up? High five. Chill.
Hey, I'm gonna fix something right now. Can I fix something?
Go ahead.
Oh my God, we're gonna fix this,
do
okay?
it.
Because I went over to Borough Hall to do something about 2 weeks ago. I thought I was on time because it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I get to the front door of Borough Hall, and what do I see? Summer hours.
Yeah.
They close at 2:30 on
On
Friday.
Fridays, yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
I gotta get a job down there. Who do I speak to?
But they're
No,
open.
never mind. I'm only kidding.
No.
Don't send me an application. I'm just joking.
He'll have to drop out of the campaign
Yeah,
to get a job
exactly.
there.
Yeah, exactly. I have to change parties and everything.
Yep.
But maybe we could fix that now because usually after they watch your videos,
Mm-hmm.
they go and they change things. So maybe we'll get those later hours at Borough Hall where you can actually get things done on a Friday. And some people won't be leaving at 2:30 in the afternoon.
But they stay till 4:30 the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There you go. I fixed
You know.
something. There I did our first fixing.
We fixed it.
We didn't even get in there yet. We fixed something.
Did they have the day off because of no power? I heard that, Joe. I heard that there was no power today. That they lost power up there by High Street and up by the where they're putting that art district
It's okay.
thing.
Everybody go home.
Yep. Days off. It's Friday. Well, no, it ain't Friday. It's Monday. What am I talking about? Some people's Fridays. It's all about who you know and who you blow. Hey, you're right, Jack.
Yeah.
It's why we call them the blowhards. You know?
Get that right. Yeah.
You got that right, Jackie. Absolutely, Debbie.
Loved Kim. Oh yeah,
Ran
yeah,
with her for years.
Yeah,
Would've made a great
Yeah,
girl.
she would have. And you know, not for nothing, she comes from a long line of like sheriffs and military. Excellent person. Craig Gattuso for mayor is a candidate. What? Tailor-made fighting for kids. Yeah.
Levy says, Gattuso, blah, blah, blah. Candidate tailor-made for fighting for kids, fighting for residents, fighting for hardworking people, fighting crimes for peace, fighting crimes to save his community, etc. He's pushing building new schools, tax cuts, children's after-school programs, special needs kids benefits, higher quality of life, freedom of speech, transparency, good governance.
You do a lot for special needs. You're always at every event. Every time I speak to you, you're like, I'm at this special needs thing. I'm like, oh, I wish I could make it. Unfortunately, I'm working or whatever, but you're always there. God bless you. That's
Thank
great.
you. And I was doing that
I
way.
support it. Please don't get me wrong. I just
Oh, thank you.
sometimes I can't make it. Fred makes the time to get to these events.
And we've been working with special needs kids for years, way before we ever threw our hat in running for office.
Yeah.
And we'll be working with special needs kids even when we're in office and after. So on that note, shout out to Sammy Ocean, my heart and my soul, and to Cammy Cam, and to all the kids that I've worked with. Great people. And Uncle Fred and Aunt Joan will be seeing you soon, Sammy. All right, let me see here. Never put
what
your
did
strategy
Jill
out
say?
there.
Yeah.
Never put your strategy out there. He will run to do it and take it away from you.
Oh yeah,
Jill, that's
We've
what
done a lot of it already.
that's what we were advised not to put it out just
Yeah.
yet, to save it to the end.
We made a amateur mistake, definitely with
Right.
that.
You know, we're learning. This is all new to us. This is Tony's first time running for council. My first
We're
time
not
running for anything.
Officially politicians,
Right.
You know,
So
unfortunately, but
we're not going to make that same mistake and put our agenda and our vision out there just yet
well,
because
we're done. We're going to remold that whole strategy
Because-
behind the scenes, and then we'll bring it out at the last minute.
yeah, we don't want them stealing it and then saying, "Well, look, we did everything they want to do," which is what they've been trying to do from our platform. And the poor seniors that live in the No Street apartments, check the mold in their basements, reaching their bathrooms. They've been sinking for years.
Really? Oh wow.
That's disgusting and horrible. That's disgusting and horrible. Our seniors
Well,
deserve
there's
a lot
some
better than
construction
that.
going on over there. I know that.
Yeah, but that's been going on even way before that. I mean,
Double dipping.
double
yeah.
dipping. We got triple dippers in this town too.
Yeah. I haven't heard of those. You'll have to fill me in afterwards.
There's one guy called
Solanas
Triple D.
runs Mike Carteret and everything, the posts on there. He in turn shared on Mayor's page. Yeah.
Yep. The
That's
blowhards.
possible, yeah.
That's the blow.
Blowhards.
That's what he was. That's what he was hired for, to be a blowhard and to blow hard.
One of them it didn't even go to Carteret schools. Yeah, that's true. A lot of these people that are high up in this town, they don't even send their kids to the public school here.
Yeah, but I think what she's saying is a lot of these blowhards
Yeah.
that they're sharing them to the other pages
Right.
of how great this is and blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't even go to Carteret High.
Yeah.
And you kissed this man's ass. Shame on you, lady.
Not
You know,
mine, not mine.
not him. No, I'm saying,
You're
shame
pointing
on
at
you,
me.
lady. We know who you are, and then you're probably watching this, and you're probably blowing hard, and gonna go cry back to Dan, and next you're gonna put up there, Dan this, Dan great. And when they told you no damn politics on, you know you're from Carteret page, but you want to go on every friggin' goddamn day and share everything from the damn page. If people wanted to see what was going on
Oh,
the
is
damn
that
page,
that FU lady?
No, it's a different
Oh, it's a
lady that
different
we'd like
one,
to say FU. But she's a big blowhard, a big kiss ass, and you share every damn thing on that page. And the people told you there's no politics. We abided to the rules. Why don't you?
Yeah.
You want to go in there and cry your kid fell down on the goddamn track,
Yeah.
and oh God, we got a great new track. Stop kissing this man's ass. You're disgusting.
We were treated very fairly.
Shame on
that,
you.
by the way, by the guy.
I'm sick of you goddamn.
Moderate the
Yeah,
page.
I'm gonna say this. I'm sick of you goddamn blowhards. If you love this man so hard, and you want to make a statue of him and blow him hard, then go do it, because it's disgusting. This man's been screwing yous all.
Yeah.
My understanding is Jim Felice loved the firemen. Whenever him and his family were invited to any functions, they stayed until the very end.
Yeah.
Well, respect to Jim Felice for that. I think
Oh
Jim,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
you know,
I hope that some of the people that came and started with us come back to us even in the end. We'll treat them like the Italians, right? Right at the end. God, please forgive me.
come home, guys.
Come home.
Come home.
Come home to roost.
We've been fighting for years. All you guys and gals been fighting for years
Don't give up at the end.
to get these people out. And now, whether you like it or not, is your best chance to get them out. And not just the party is asking you, the residents are asking you, come home and continue to help us fight.
Yeah.
So
we
we
need
can
the help.
So we can get what we've
need
been
your
trying
help.
to get for a decade. We need your help, folks. Come home.
Yeah.
Come home.
What else we got here?
Speaking of we skipped over Jackie. Speaking of
Oh,
Children's Charity Fund, which is the circus proceeds supposedly went to, didn't really get a big turnout this year. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think an animal-free
Jackie,
circus is good. Poison. Don't eat nothing but a good time.
20 years, yeah.
Exactly. Been on these streets 20 years. Learned a lot. Yes, Josephine, I see you learning. We need to talk, because I'd like to know about those animal cruelty violations that are going on there.
That way. Yeah.
No, Fred, you're welcome. No, Jill, you're welcome. Residents, Team Carteret, you're welcome.
Yeah, fancy 2:30. That's right, Jackie. 2:30, they're closed.
It's always been that way.
Nice. Better than banker's hours.
Yes. They want to beat the short traffic.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them got to go
Yeah,
down
'cause
to.
they don't live here, you're right, yeah.
Because some of them blowhards got to go back to Bayville.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. Maintenance was working today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is Carteret Housing Authority's responsibility for all the low-income housing, more so the seniors. Why should? Okay. We talking about the No Street?
Probably, yeah.
Why should the seniors or low income need to live like that? And what's the Section 8 slumlords? There is some Section 8 slumlords, I gotta say, because I've seen it with my own eyes. People showed me
going
videos before. Tassie says, "Am I against animal-free circuses?" Not that I'm against animal-free circuses. No, I don't. As somebody who's an animal lover, and I used to go down the Popcorn Zoo all the time down in South Jersey for abused and criminal animals. What I'm saying to you is that an animal-free circus is probably not going to sell as much as a regular circus. So maybe that's part of the
Still
reason.
like elephants. I'm sorry. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned.
Yes. So no, I'm all for the animals. I don't want to see any animals cruelty at all. What I'm trying to say is, look at Ringling Brothers. No one's going to go to a circus that there's no more animals and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true.
so I mean, trapeze and all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But do you want to see 3 hours of that?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, can I get a couple quick plugs in for
Plug
this? Of course, August 11th, $15 per ticket. Help support the NJGOP, so that helps me, Fred, and Regina run. Also keeps the NJGOP going and paying bills. $15 a ticket. You don't have to come. You can just call it a donation. Okay. If you'd like tickets, call me on my cell phone. Text me. My private number is 732-874-3192. You got that? 732-874-3192. You can check out our webpage. It's carteretnjgop.org. Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Tony Gallo, running for council in Carteret. Of course, you can find that. And please don't forget about the other thing we're doing. We're going to be giving you a chance for a minimum $5 donation to win a fantastic night out for four, $280 value, minimum $5 donation. And you can get in touch with Fred. You guys all know how to get in touch with Fred. Go ahead, Fred.
Yes. Caroline says the morgue. Many memories there. So I remember, Caroline, many memories in the morgue. Is Zilla still alive? Zilla is still alive, by the way. He's still alive. He's big. He's nasty. He's my little baby. I love Zilla.
Party, I like.
Zilla will take 3 fingers off right about now. To be honest with you, he's Zilla is Zilla's my alligator snapper turtle, by the way, for the folks who don't know. And I've had him since he was the size of a quarter.
I gotta repeat that one. An animal-free circus is like going to the aquarium and there's no fish. There's just scuba Steve blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Tess says, "What about the animal abuses, Tony?"
Yeah.
No, we're not for animal abuse at all. No, we want to make that
clear.
clear.
I love animals.
I think what we're trying to say is that maybe they shouldn't call it a circus anymore. They should call it something different, like a trapeze art or something, because it's like it's the equivalent. You go to an aquarium, you want to see sharks. You go to a circus, you want to see the lions and tigers. We understand they're getting away from that, and yes, that's a good thing. But don't call it a circus
Definitely
because
don't
it's not
want to
a
see
circus.
animals abused. Please make sure that's very clear here. I do not want to abuse any animals.
No.
Yeah. So definitely no worry there. I'm on board with you on that one, Tess. Right? It was Tess?
That was Tassie.
Tassie, I apologize. Tassie.
Yeah, so I hope you made that clear, Tassie. We don't want to see any animals abused. No. I just think maybe they should rechange the name, because you think circus, that's what you think, and I was a kid. I used to go to the circus all the time and stuff, and I
feed the elephants.
Yes,
as children, we go to feed the elephants because we think we're taking care of them. Yeah, right. We don't want them abused. Definitely not.
I used to ride the horse in the circus, and
horses
the
are
elephant
meant to
around.
be rode, as far as I know, right? I mean, then again, I come from the cowboy and Indian era. Oh wait, you can't say that anymore.
No. Sorry, I'm a big animal advocate, and animals were abused for years. I'm not disagreeing with you, Tassie.
We're not
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have family members, like I said, that work down for Popcorn Zoo and stuff, and volunteer their time. We're all for the animals. I just don't think what I was trying to say was, it's not a surprise that the attendance wasn't as great this year, because it's not really a circus anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And they always take down posts when they don't agree with them, by the way.
Right. Caroline says, "Yeah, not true. Elephants were very abused." Yes, we were saying we completely, absolutely agree that it was a good thing they took the animals out of the circus. They should just not name it a circus anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think any rental should pass complete inspection, and slumlords should lose their property if they can't keep the rentals clean.
The problem is who's inspecting it. The people inspecting it is people that work for the town, who owns probably most of the rental properties. Well, how do you think they got all those signs on those properties this year? I heard most of them were rentals that all the cronies have.
Right. Yeah. A lot of buddies got a lot of different homes out here.
Yeah, I heard that too. The Section 8 landlords, they're charging like a lot more money so they can put some extra cash in their pocket on top of what they get out for their, a little voucher they get or whatever?
Yep.
And it's still a pretty good voucher, by the way.
And from what I've seen in some of these horror stories, they're treating their tenants worse than animals were treated in the circus.
Yeah.
Shame on them slumlords. Thanks for clarifying. No, thank you, Tassie. Absolutely.
No problem. No, absolutely.
Joe
Anytime.
French.
You got my number. Call me if you have any questions on that.
Section 8s or rip-off. No animals should be abused.
That's right.
Absolutely right. We're in complete agreement with that. Animal abuse in this town, they had many years to make it right. They did not. All a show. Are you talking about? I think that's what we were talking about that time, Josephine. You were telling me about how they're euthanizing the cats and stuff.
Who's angry? Somebody just put an angry thing up.
Somebody's angry. Who's angry?
Not angry at us.
Uh,
All right. Well,
you got that so right, Joe. Okay, this is the longest one we did so far.
Yeah,
Oh my God, we're on for an hour and a half.
well, we had a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah, we had a lot to get out today. And like I said, it was nice to have Tony back, and he's welcome onto the show any single time. And we'd like to have you back every week if possible. And
if I could make it every week, I would.
And we'd like to have Regina as well.
Yeah.
If the Section 8 is paid by tax money, then taxpayers should have a say. Agreed.
Yeah. We are the taxpayers, right?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it was Caroline.
Whoops, okay.
All right, Robert.
Not a problem. We thought we upset somebody, especially with the animal thing, and far from be it me, I don't want to see anybody hurt.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
All right, folks. I guess we're going to call that a wrap now because it's been on for an hour and a half. This was almost like 2 shows combined.
Yeah.
But like I said, the podcast is up and running. This will be up on the podcast in 2 parts because we only put up an hour and 20 minutes at a time. So this will be a 2-parter on the podcast. It'll be on tomorrow. I have to work on it tonight. Me and Tony will be back out and door knocking and whatnot this week. Andrew Joan will be out here as well.
I'm going away Thursday and Friday and Saturday, just so you know.
Okay. He's going away?
Anniversary.
Anniversary, you know.
Take care of the missus.
Absolutely.
She backs me up 110%.
Absolutely. Andrew,
Love you, babe.
is it fair to say you would prefer a circus with animals? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't think they should call it a circus.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think that the name circus should be changed. It's like if you're going to a shop right and there's no food. Is it a food store?
Well, I think, Tassie, I think we answered that before, because going to a circus without animals is like going to an aquarium without fish in it.
Right.
And just looking at coral.
I think it should be named something different. Instead of circus, why don't they call it like carnival?
Yeah. Look, bottom line is we don't want to see any animals hurt
No.
ever or abused.
Absolutely not.
But yes, animals are important in our society. They do a lot of work. I mean, what did we do before we had tractors? We used to use cows and stuff to pull the hoe or whatever you call it. So, you're going to have to use animals for some things. And by the way, for those people who don't like using air conditioners and putting smog in the air, I used to always tell them, man, go back to riding horses.
We have a circus. It's Ryman and Clan.
There you go.
There's a circus every day at Borough Hall.
Well, listen, I'm going to get out of here. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
I'm thankful that
Yeah.
Tony was here with us. Team Carteret, Cattuso for mayor, Merritt and
Thank you,
Gallo for
everybody.
council. Team Carteret is all the residents, is all of us together as one.
Yeah.
And November 6th, let's make it happen. I'd like to reiterate one more time that they don't know who you vote for inside that voting booth, so please do not feel intimidation or scared. The best way to fight back a bully is to fight. No, thank you, Tess. Jill, have a good night.
Hearts.
Thank you for the hearts, for the love, for the questions, for the comments, for spending the time with us. We will be back again next Monday. And like I said, we might be throw some podcasts in the mix here and there, some podcast-only ones. Please, folks, check those out. We put a lot of time and effort and work and money into making those happen.
You know what's good about the podcast? Because, like, I used to listen to your live videos on my way to work, and I wouldn't watch the video. I would just listen to it over my car with the auxiliary thing.
Right.
But now that you got the podcast, I can just do what I do with my other podcast
You
shows.
just download them or
listen to
watch.
them.
You can stream them,
On
download
the way
them.
to work, on the way back home.
Your Google,
Done.
Android, Apple devices, they're all there ready to
Yeah.
go for you, all for free.
Yeah.
Like I said, Team Quetta, we're doing everything for free for the folks, for the residents. That's all coming
And
from
even though it's
donations
not
and everything.
live, Fred,
Right,
they can still get in touch with you because you're very accessible.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so folks,
Bye. Good night.
we'd like to say good night. We'll catch you next week, same time, same channel,
Same bad station.
same bat station. One more time, shout out to Domestics Clothing for the beautiful new shirts. This is the Carteret Rambler colors, folks. We are the Ramblers. We are rolling, and we're going to say good night, y'all. Have a good one. Now, how do I stop this one?